Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Happy Monday and happy new week. Like, such a great week and we're gonna have fun. I'm AsandaNtini and welcome back to my channel. So before you continue, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Anyways, so how is your faith? That's the question I've been asking myself this week. Last week I did a video on Psalms 139 of how God is mindful of us and how he just never forgets about us, even in times where we go on a different direction, even in times where we decide to make things our way, to take the things that were not meant for us, to take the journeys that were not meant for us, is still there for us. So that was last week's video. So today, I just want to ask, that's the question I've been asking myself this whole week. How is my faith? How is my faith? Because I've been sensing a lot of doubt. I've shared this before, and I know that doubt is a sin. Somebody might ask, how do I know that doubt is a sin? Romans 14 verse 23 says that whoever that it was speaking about food, and then it goes on to say, whatever that is not from faith, if you are not sure about something, if you do not have faith and you have doubt on something, it is sin. Whatever is done in doubt is sinful. If you are not sure about something, I've been seeing this video where it says, if you are not sure about anything that you are doing, if you are not sure about anything that you are pursuing, be still and just hold on and just be still, be silent and listen. And if you don't do that, you are likely to actually commit a sin in terms of doing something that you are not sure about, in terms of doing something that you do not trust will go according to plan. If you continue to do something that you are like, I shouldn't be doing this, so then why do you continue doing it? Anyways, that's the question of the day. How is your faith? Well, the verse for the day, since it's love month, not verse, but the chapter, it's like, why wouldn't I not read on the excellence of love? Why wouldn't I not share on that? So since it is love month, last week Tuesday was Valentine's Day, and I hope you guys had a great one. I hope you were spoiling your partners and enjoyed the day if you actually celebrated. And anyways, what is love in terms of the Bible? I'm not going to share all the verses about love because there are so many, but I will do maybe in a blog sometime before end of the month. Okay, before end of the month is too soon. Like, this week is end of the month and I have quite an eventful week. So I will do a video though about what relationships I've seen in the Bible and what it entails, and how I would like my relationships to be in terms of the Bible. But right now, let us speak about love and what does 1 Corinthians 13 say. I'm reading from the Amplified version, and it's titled The Excellence of Love. First verse says, if I speak with tongues of men and of angels, but have not love for others growing out of God's love for me, then I have become only a noisy gong, a clanging cymbal, just an annoying distraction. Verse 2, and if I have gifts of prophecy and speak in a new language from God to the people, and understand all mysteries and possess all knowledge, and if I have all of these, all faith, so that I can remove mountains, but do not have love. By love, it says reaching out to others, I have nothing. see why it is so important to have love, and it is so important to give love if you have it. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing from this. And if you have love, you probably have one of the greatest things. You probably have one of the closeness to God and to giving God praise. That's what this chapter is all about. It says, so then what is love? Because if you don't have it, you cannot give it. Like if you do not have it, nothing else matters. That's what these first 3 chapters say. None of it, if I read the first 2, none of it matters. None of it matters unless it is from God. Like none of it matters. It's like it's not from God if you cannot give love, if you cannot love people. Then verse 3 says, if I give all my possessions to feed the poor and surrender my body to be burned, but not have love, it does me no good at all. Whatever you do, if you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, because a lot of us are good at like I could be standing here shouting about love and whatnot, but never really have love, never really show love. I could be the one who's saying families are this and that, but never show them love, never show them grace. I could be the one who keeps on demanding love from people who say, no, when you should take care of me, but I never take care of those people. I could be the one who's currently gives as much as I can to societies, to people, but never really do it from love, but from the sake of I'm able to do it. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So then what is love? Verse 4 starts to define what is love really. So love endures with patience and serenity. Love is kind and thoughtful, and it is not jealous or envious. Love does not brag and is not proud or arrogant. A lot of people do things for people. Actually quite tired. I'm coming from gym and it was an intense one. That's why I feel like a bit down. Anyways, so a lot of people love to do things, the above mentioned things that I've mentioned about things that could be seen as act of love. People do them, but do them with pride. You would see, I'm doing this. You should see that I'm doing it. And if you don't see that I'm doing it, I will actually envy you. I will actually be angry at you. Verse 5 says, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not provoked, nor overly sensitive and easily angered, does not take into account a wrong endured. It does not rejoice in injustice, but rejoices in the truth. When right and truth prevail, love bears all things, regardless of what comes, believes in all things, looking for the best in each, hopes all things, remaining steadfast during difficult times, endures all things without weakening. Love never fails, never fades nor ends. But as for prophecies, they all will pass away. As for tongues, they will all cease. As for the gift of special knowledge, it will all pass away. That is just self-explanatory. God just wants us to have and possess all the love that we can. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part, but our knowledge is fragmentary and incomplete. But when that which is complete and perfect comes, which is incomplete and partial will pass away. When I was a child, I talked like a child, and I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I did away with childhood things. So as you go on with this chapter, it clearly states, love is just, it's not just giving up who you are, but when you are giving yourself to people for love, when you are giving yourself out of love, you expect nothing in return. You do those things out of love. That's the mistake that people do, to know, I will prophesy for you and I want you to love me. I will pray for you and I want you to love me. Even Christians do that. I will pray for you so that you love me. I will consider you and you will love me. No, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that you will just love. And because all the other things that you do pass away. That's it. Not just umuntu, but if unothando, because this is not specifically considering romantic relationships or loving of people. Yes, you apply it in all of those situations, but it's mostly about you as a person and you as giving love to people, as giving praise to God. Like, there are so many ways to give praise to God, and having love and showing love is one of them. And then it speaks of how things differ. Like, we need to acknowledge, we are growing, and when we are growing, because that's what verse 11 says. It says, when I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I did away with childish things. It is very important to differentiate a love from a child's perspective and love from somebody who is now grown and understands that they are able to do all of those things, because it just loves you because they love you. They love you because, oh, this person is here all the time, this is who I love. And when we grow, most of the time we start to consider what we love and what we don't love, who we love. And in those circumstances, I think it's still very important to go back and say, I just love you because I just love you. Verse 13, the final verse, it says that now there remain faith, abiding, trusting in God, his promises, hope, confident expectations of external salvation, love, unselfish love for others, and growing out of God's love for me. These three choices of grace, but the greatest one is love. I've said this, and I'm going to say it again, as the verse says, Corinthians 13, verse 13 says, the greatest of all. You could have hope for all things perfect. You could have faith and believing in everything will come through. But if you do not have love, and you do not extend love, you have nothing, because all that matters in order for you to have all of those things, I believe, you must have love. Anyways, this week your challenge is to give love, to show love, to extend love as much as you can the whole week, to people, to things, to everything that you come across, and let it be a beautiful week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on my next video. Goodbye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.